It's time for Mornings at 8 with Jonathan Mark on AM 1480 WLEA.
Oh, yeah, here we are. Everything's okay. Everything's fine. Well, good morning. It's Wednesday, May 22nd. Wednesday, halfway through the week. So the weekend is just peeking over the horizon. You can just about see it. It'll be here soon enough, so hang in there. Well, this is Mornings at 8, the show that would rank right at the bottom of the SAT adversity scale, which would mean I would never be admitted to any college or university, so I guess I'm out of luck. Nonetheless, we soldier on. You know, I left the house this morning. It was 30, what was it? I wrote it down here, 39. And we had an overnight low of 34. Awfully close to freezing. Brian, what's the temperature now, by the way?
One moment.
Okay, it's there somewhere.
45, John.
It's 45. So since I left the house about an hour ago or something, it's gone up, 6 degrees or something. Okay, that's fine. Well, little chilly out there, but we should have some pretty nice weather in store. So, you know, I woke up exceptionally early this morning, even for me, which means it was kind of early. So I went downstairs, I made a cup of coffee, and I'm sitting outside. Beautiful. It was gorgeous. I'm looking up at the sky. We had a clear sky for a change, at least early in the morning. And the stars are out, and I thought, you know, okay, everything's in place. Everything's where it should be, and it's all good. I thought maybe I'll go inside, get on the net, and see if I can find some positive, uplifting news. So about 2 hours later, I'm still looking for positive, uplifting news. You know, everything is kind of negative everywhere you turn. If, like at the top of the hour on Fox News, you wonder how anything is being accomplished in Washington. I mean, all that's going on is getting Trump out of office. That's it. How do they ever get anything done in Washington? I have absolutely no idea. So anyway, I was looking for something positive. And then finally, 2 hours after I started, I found it. Or actually, 2 stories. I found 2 halfway positive stories on the net this morning. Okay, let's see. The first one. Are you ready? The good news is we will not be hit by an asteroid on Saturday. Okay, that's pretty good. No asteroid on Saturday, although one will come kind of close, at least by astronomical standards. How's that for good news? Astronomers say a mile-wide asteroid. A mile wide, which they've named 1999 KW4, will come within 3 million miles of Earth. And that's what's called a close Earth flyby. Now, the moon is about, I think, 250,000 miles away. I'm pretty sure about that. So that's, about 12 times as far as the moon. Now, this 1999 KW4, and why can't astronomers give these things regular names like Frank or Jordan or something like that? Anyway, this asteroid is zipping along at 48,000 miles an hour. So it's a good thing it'll be 3 million miles away. And here's something I didn't know, but this asteroid has a little moon of its own. It's about 1/3 of a mile wide, and it orbits the asteroid every 16 hours. Now, I've had an interest in astronomy for my entire life, and I never knew that asteroids can have moons of their own. So you learn something new every day, and that was kind of interesting. 3 million miles by, in the grand scheme of things is pretty close, And then what else? One more good story here. Where are we here? I had it just... Okay, this is from the Inside Edition. These ducks return to the same hospital every year and take a stroll down the halls. So every single year, for at least a decade, a mother duck and her children have been visiting an upstate New York hospital for an annual visit. And the mother uses her beak to tap on the glass door at the University of Rochester Medicine's Thompson Health. Employees let her in, and that begins her march through the health center with the 13 ducklings. And there's a photograph. There's the mother, 13 little ducklings in the back of her. Now, Thompson Health wrote about it on Facebook. And it says, let me see, where is it here? A mama duck chooses one of the enclosed courtyards at our MMUing Continuing Care Center to lay her eggs and take care of little ducklings. And this morning, which was yesterday, it was time for this annual rite of spring. In one picture, hospital staff can be seen guarding the ducks down the hall with large poster boards. And it seems to delight those on social media. It's making a big deal. As a matter of fact, it was trending this morning, these ducks, at Rochester Medicine's Thompson Health. So, some of the comments. Thanks for, let me see, thumbs up for caring so much. Love stories like this. Hope it never changes, one man wrote. Okay. Tough job, but hey, somebody's got to do it, said another. Now, when the ducks are done trotting around the hospital, the family heads out to a park nearby and is located near a lake. So there's this lake and a park, and that's where this family goes. So according to ducks.org, migrating birds are visual and non-visual signals to find their way, or use visual signals, including the sun, polarized light, the stars, and landmarks. Some birds like to return to the same place every spring where food is available in a quiet, peaceful setting. So there we have these little ducks in Rochester. Now, my question is, how do they know it's the same duck? I mean, I don't know. Not really being too familiar with ducks, you would think that all ducks kind of look alike, or maybe they don't. I don't know. So they're pretty sure it's the same duck. And here she comes every year for 10 years. Now, let's see, 13 ducklings, 10 years, that's 130 ducklings. This little duck has had or something. So there we go. I thought that was pretty positive. That was a nice, good, uplifting story. And that's the end of uplifting stories because the rest is kind of downhill from there. What are you laughing about?
That's all the good news we have.
That's it, baby. Everything else is bad. Oh my, yeah, okay. How about juice can kill you? That's coming up in a bit. Okay, drinking juice can possibly kill you. That was not so uplifting. Here's something. This is from Albany. Speaking about not uplifting, this is from CNN. New York legislature passes bill allowing state to prosecute people pardoned by the president. So they've been pardoned by the president, and the New York State legislature will allow the state to prosecute them. That's kind of interesting right there, but that's New York State. And it says, and I quote from CNN, New York is one signature away from allowing prosecutors to pursue state charges against presidential associates who have received federal pardons. I don't know exactly why or how that would, but hey, what do I know? I'm not a lawyer. The Democrat-controlled state assembly on Tuesday, which was yesterday, passed the bill 90-52, allowing the state-level prosecution of people pardoned of federal crimes, provided that they worked for or were related to the president at the time of the pardon. I can't, if he died...
Or were related to?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it says here, right there. Wow. Wowee. Anyway, now this has already been passed by the state Senate earlier this month. So now it's passed by the Assembly, and now it's got to go to the governor for his signature, which it will probably get. If signed, it could short-circuit President Donald Trump's ability to shield his associates from prosecution, including former campaign chairman Paul Manafort, who was recently sentenced to more than 7 years in prison on financial crimes stemming from the special counsel Robert Mueller, there's that name again, investigation into the 2016 campaign. Now, Paul Manafort, if I recall, was not related to the Trump campaign when he committed, allegedly, these crimes, right? I'm pretty sure about that, so that was before.
Now, when you said are related to, I took that to mean, like Don Jr., Ivanka.
Of people pardoned of federal crimes provided that they worked for or were related to the president at the time of the pardon.
Okay.
So,
I
maybe
took
related
that
to his campaign.
But maybe that has another meaning.
Yeah, you could be part of his campaign. Of course, if you were part of the campaign, you would be working for the president, right? So maybe they do mean relatives. I don't know. I'm just a reporter, and here's the story in front of me, so here we go. Okay, so Cuomo, our governor, has previously criticized Trump's statements on his pardon power, saying in a statement last August, President Trump has shown that he is willing, if not eager, to abuse his executive authority, including pardon power, to protect himself. And that was Governor Cuomo. So I still think that can't a president pardon people? I don't know. Anyway, the bill allows for the prosecution at the state level of any individual who is employed by or served in the executive branch, served in a job subject to Senate confirmation, or worked for a presidential campaign or transition team, regardless of whether they have been pardoned or granted clemency by the president under which they served. It would similarly allow prosecution of presidential relatives. Here we are. It would similarly allow prosecution of presidential relatives regardless of pardon. Now, all that's kind of strange, I think, isn't it? Anyway, New York State Assembly Minority Leader Brian Kolb, Republican from, I believe he's from Canandaigua. I'm pretty sure he's from Canandaigua. Anyway, Brian Kolb, the minority leader in the Assembly, he says, quote, "The job of the state legislature is to develop measures that help New Yorkers. This bill does absolutely nothing to achieve that," Kolb said in a statement. "The endless grandstanding involved in targeting President Trump at the state level is a total waste of time, energy, and taxpayer money." So I still don't, as I said, I'm not a lawyer, but if the president pardoned these people, how could they be prosecuted at the state level here? I don't know, but that's from CNN, and there we go. And we'll probably find out more about that real soon. Okay, next we have, speaking of President Trump, how about Joe Biden? Working class Joe. Working. It isn't working class Joe, it's working. You drop the final G. Working class Joe. Joe Biden, just a regular working guy. This is kind of interesting. This is from the Spectrum, the independent student publication of the University of Buffalo. And here's a headline. UB Foundation paid Joe Biden $200,000 for October speech at UB contract shows. Now, we'll just a little bit more here. Yeah, the UB Foundation paid former Vice President Joe Biden $200,000 for his October 2018 speech in Alumni Arena, according to documents the Spectrum obtained Monday through the FOIL Act, the Freedom of Information Act, okay? So they found out that Biden was paid $200,000 for a 30-minute speech. It was a 30-minute speech and then a 45-minute meet and greet, or no, it was a Q&A session. So he was paid, let me see, $190,000 for the 30-minute speech and $10,000 for travel expenses. Where is he coming from? The moon? I mean, how much? Really? You can go a long way on $10,000. Anyway, so he got $200,000 for the speech, $190,000 for the speech, and $10,000 for travel expenses. That's pretty, for a working class guy. That's really a hefty amount of dough. I mean, really. Then, this was from the New York Times, just 4 months ago. Biden received $200,000 and $150,000 for his appearance and $50,000 for travel. And he spoke to a Republican-leaning economic club of southwestern Michigan in October of 2018. So he got $150,000 for his speech and $50,000 for travel. I'm not quite sure how this working class guy was traveling, but it probably wasn't steerage, okay? Wow, man, that's a lot of money. And I guess it's all in marketing, because working class Joe is, passed off like just an ordinary guy. Hey, folks, how you doing? Folks, hey, folks, how you doing? Really, that's a lot of money. I really, that seems like a lot of money. And then I was looking, where is it? I ought to get a little more organized here. I was looking up his, trying to find his net worth. And it's here somewhere. Where'd it go? Great. Well, that's good. Anyway, luckily I have a good memory. So I was looking up his net worth. And Joe Biden, who is a working class guy, I was trying to find out his net worth, and no matter, there are a lot of websites out there. And you can't really get an accurate figure on how much this guy makes or what his net worth is, because one site will say this and the other will say that. One's high
That's
and
what
one's
I'm
low.
finding. I'm just looking it up right now.
Yeah, it depends on what site you go to, okay? But I do know that he has a house in Delaware valued at $2.8 million. Now, $2.8 million is pretty good for a working class guy. I mean, really? You imagine a working class guy is maybe having a shovel or a wrench or something like that. Joe Biden is not. Now, Joe Biden seems like a really nice guy. He really does. He seems like a really nice guy. But that working class thing, I don't know about that, because he graduated law school in 1968, and right out of law school, he got a job at a law firm, oddly enough. And while he was at this law firm, he got a job on the county legislature where he lived, and that's it. So that's the only working type stuff he's ever done is in politics. That's it. So I don't know how much, I can't imagine a politician with a shovel or a wrench or something like that. I mean, so I don't know where that works. He's from Scranton, I know that. And that's, the passed off as a working guy's type town or something in Pennsylvania. As I said, there's nothing against Joe Biden. I think he's a really nice guy.
You just think he's branding himself incorrectly.
Yeah, but hey, it's all in marketing. As I said, it's all in how you market yourself. And I don't know. Anyway, so that's Joe Biden. And yeah, interesting. I read his bio, and really the only thing he's ever done is work in politics. That's it. No heavy lifting in politics. Okay, you don't like cut your hands or get calluses. You just Anyway, so that's Joe Biden. And I think we're going to take a break, and we will be back.
The Ryan Agencies, your local, independent insurance agencies. The Ryan Agency employs 15 of your friends and neighbors. They live, shop, and support our community. When you buy insurance from the Ryan Agency, you support local families. Contact the Ryan Agencies today, your local source for all things insurance.
Insurance protection you can rely on. The Ryan Agency.
New to golf or seasoned veteran, you'll enjoy the casual, relaxed atmosphere of Vanderview Golf Course. 2 miles from downtown Alfred on Waterwells Road, Vanderview is a 9-hole executive-length golf course with a driving range on one side of the road and the course on the other. Family-friendly and fun recreation for everyone. Greens fees are one price for unlimited play, $9.50. High school students, only $5. Children 12 and under with an adult, no charge. You can play up to 18 holes or 9 holes with a cart and get the second 9 holes at no additional charge. Ladies and senior golfers who don't hit the long ball, Vanderview's got the executive length that's just right for your game. And new this year, a season pass for only $100. That's a lot of golfing fun for a very little bit of money. Vanderview Golf Course, 2 miles from downtown Alfred on Waterwells Road. Vanderview Golf Course.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the NBA playoffs, Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals saw the Raptors beat the Bucks 120-102. For Toronto, Kyle Lowry had 25 points. Kawhi Leonard, 19 points in the win. For Milwaukee, Chris Middleton, 30 points. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 25 points in the loss. The difference in this game was the bench scoring. Toronto outscoring Milwaukee 48-23. Norman Powell, 18 points. Serge Ibaka, 17 points as players coming off the bench for the Raptors. Milwaukee has now lost back-to-back games in the series, something that only happened once during the regular season. It's tied at 2-2. The home team's won every game so far. Game 5 will be Thursday in Milwaukee. NHL playoffs, Game 6, Western Conference Finals. The Blues close out the Sharks with a 5-1 win. St. Louis rookie goalie Jordan Binnington had 25 saves in net as St. Louis wins the series 4-2 to advance to face the Boston Bruins in the Stanley Cup Final. The Blues are making their first final appearance since 1970. Major League Baseball games of note, a battle of division leaders in Chicago where the Cubs edge the Phillies 3-2.
Today at Simmons Rockwell Nissan in Horseheads and Hornell, drive away in a new Nissan Pathfinder lease for only $249 a month. A new 2019 Nissan Pathfinder 4x4S model with 7-passenger seating and 18-inch alloys, lease for $249 a month for 36 months. Only $2,500 cash or trade. Tax and DMV fees are due at signing. Shop Simmons-Rockwell.com.
From the Fox Business Network, Apple is fixing the keyboard issues on its MacBooks. The Wall Street Journal says all MacBook laptops with butterfly keyboards are eligible for Apple's program and are covered for up to 4 years after purchase. Apple says repairs could take up to a week. Users have reported missed keystrokes and keys clicking twice. American Airlines will no longer charge extra for you to check your golf clubs or scuba tanks, provided the plane has space to take them. The airline is ending some oversized bag charges. The company was previously charging $150 to check common sports and music equipment. Now, if you're checking something within the maximum allowed dimensions and weight, you'll pay the standard $30 charge. The Dow added 197 yesterday. The Nasdaq was up 83. The S&P gained 24. With the Fox Business Report, I'm Jenny Cosola.
Prescription products require an online physician consultation and are only available if the physician determines a prescription is appropriate. See website for full details.
Hey guys, good news. The expensive little blue pill is now generic, which means you can get the prescription medication to treat ED at affordable prices. And now get your first month's supply for just $5 at 4hims.com/Chris. Hims connects you with real doctors online who can prescribe the medication, and a pharmacy sends it right to your door. So easy. To get your first order for just $5, you need to go to 4hims.com/Chris. That's 4hims.com/Chris.
Okay, how do you follow that? I have no idea. Okay, here's uplifting news here. There's even more evidence drinking juice raises your risk of death. And it's easy to see why, according to the insider here. Drinking fruit juice may seem like a tasty way to stay healthy, but science suggests that fruit juice could actually be out to harm us if consumed over a lifetime. Isn't that nice? It says after analyzing years of health records of more than 13,400 U.S. adults, both black and white, the researchers behind this new study found that each additional 12-ounce serving of juice that adults drink per day is associated with a 24% higher risk of death. That doesn't necessarily mean that juice causes death. There could be other factors in the mix, like how active juice drinkers are or how healthy their diets are overall. Still, keeping in mind that the study comes on the heels of years of other evidence, this study is just the latest reminder of all the ways that juice is doing terrible things for your body. Okay, remember as a kid, your parents would drink your juice. Now it could kill you. So you don't really know. It's kind of a strange world out there. Let me see. When we drink sugar from beverages such as juice or soda, fructose rushes into the liver, unabated by other key nutrients in whole fruit, such as fiber that slow down digestion and help us feel full and satiated. There's some pretty good evidence that when we drink liquid calories like in the sugary beverages, we don't eat less food as a result. That's according to Jean Walsh. She's a nutrition professor at Emory University. And let me see, her research also revealed the link between sugary drinks and death. It's basically sugar and water and no protein or fat to counteract the metabolism. Nutrition experts agree that juice consumption can, over time, lead to inflammation, insulin resistance, diabetes, and more fat. So, I don't know. Maybe my parents were trying to kill me. I have no. Here, drink your juice, Jonathan. Drink your juice. Oh, okay, Mom, I'll do that. Anyway, so there we are. So drinking juice can possibly kill you, and it's all good out there. Now, I did see one more kind of weird story this morning. Celine Dion, you've heard of her, the singer or something? This came out on last night's James Corden. He's some late-night TV show host or something. It came out on his show last night that Ms. Dion owns 10,000 pair of shoes. 10,000 pair of shoes. And apparently she stores them in a warehouse in Las Vegas. So, I didn't do the math on this, but you could probably wear a different pair of shoes for 1,000 years or something and not go through 10,000. I don't know. Anyway, so some people do have a lot of money. And they say, what can I possibly spend my money on? How about more shoes? That sounds good. Okay, and that's it for the show for today, and I'll see you tomorrow morning at 8:05. Bye.